Hi, my name's John. Welcome to the final part of the review of this Artec 180 amp inverter MIG welder. I've had several people ask us if I would demonstrate doing some scratch start TIG welding with it. I've got an air cooled TIG torch. I've got a bottle of argon. I've got all the leads. So what I'll do, I'll show you how to set it up to scratch start TIG weld, and I'll try and get some footage of TIG welding through a welding screen. Like I've always said, this is not to show you how to TIG weld, but we'll show you how to set the machine up and what the machine is capable of doing. These inverter welders make a great power source for scratch start TIG welding. Right, what you'll need to do scratch start TIG welding, you need a bottle of pure argon, you need a regulator which you've already got with your MIG welder. This one's got a flow meter on. It's not necessary, but it does help stop wasting gas. So a bottle of high purity argon and a flow meter. We use the same earth lead that we'll normally use on our welder. The difference is this goes into the positive, it's positive earth, negative electrode or negative torch. So our positive earth goes onto our workpiece. Right, then we need a torch, TIG torch. This one is off my big TIG set. It's the smaller torch I use. It hasn't got a gas valve on. What you normally have is a torch with a little wheel on the side, a little valve that turns the gas on and off. I'll just have to use the little valve on the side of my flow meter. The problem with it is you keep forgetting and you waste gas, but it works just the same. Just I haven't got a scratch start torch with a little gas valve on. Right, so we've got our TIG torch. That connection's there for the on-off switch, 2T and 4T. For when I'm using it on my big TIG set, that doesn't concern me. We've got a gas line. Gas line screws onto the bottom of the regulator, onto your flow meter. Just nip it on like that. Right, that's our cable to our torch. That goes into the DIN socket, marked negative. Positive earth, negative live, and our gas feed. This is our TIG torch. That's the little tungsten in the end that the power comes out of. Right, you need to turn your welder voltage down, wire speed right down. You're going to be working on your MMA side, your stick side, so you need your switch on the stick welding. So you will turn your welder on. Set it about halfway. So now, the same as stick welding, this torch is live all the time. So you've got to watch where you put it down. Right, a gas regulator. Turn your bottle on. And that's a little valve that controls your flow. That controls it as well. You want it flowing about 8 litres a minute. There's a little ball in there. Right, so there's gas coming out with the torch, and if we turn the power on, so now we've got gas and we've got power, you can scratch start an arc and weld. Like a fillet joint set up here in box section, 1.5 inch box section, the sort of steel you often use for fabricating things. I'm going to scratch start TIG welder down there. I'll start in this corner, and what I'll do, I'll bring the electrode into contact with the metal briefly and tick it like that, and hopefully the arc will start, and I'll slowly weld it down that way. First thing we'll do, we'll try and scratch the arc, start the arc. There it is. That's the weld we've just done. You can see there's a little bit there where I broke the arc and we've lost the gas shield. There is ways of getting your torch. There is ways of breaking the arc without losing the gas shield. One thing with TIG welding is the metal must be clean. You can get away with a mill scale with MIG, you can get away with paint, with stick. MIG welding, it's got to be clean. Clean it and then clean it some more. Scratch start TIG welding is still used in industry. It's still used in top end pipe work. A lot of them now use what they call a lift start, where you touch your electrode onto the job and you lift it off and the arc starts. But scratch start is still very widely used. One thing with scratch start TIG is, once you set your amperage, you're stuck with it, that's what you've got. Unless you stop and you can get to the machine to turn it up or down. If you're sitting on a bench, it's not too bad, you can put your hand across and turn the control. But you haven't got your foot pedal, you haven't got that much control. Anyway, it is a process that's well worth having. For what it costs, you need a bottle of argon and a torch, and the torches are dirt cheap. Artec do a complete kit, not expensive at all. This is what can go wrong with scratch starts. Not good. Not the welder, that's me. Bastard thing.